I'm assuming you can guess where I'm going to go with this first question. Should I just say Matt Helt and then just let you kind of take it away?
Yeah, I mean, Matt was terrific tonight and really has been terrific the last 2 games. And he's taken his game to the next level. His ball screen defense, his protection of the rim, his willingness to give up his body, and then his ability to rebound in traffic have all been big improvements in our defense. And then on the offensive end, you know, he just kind of finding openings and finishing. So I'm really happy for Matt. You know, again, you guys have heard me say it before, there's not a kid in our program who is a better teammate, a harder worker, or more selfless. And, you know, not all the times are guys like that rewarded. I think Matt is being rewarded, and you know what? So is our team.
After Matt got the double-double and came out for the final time, you guys had a little hug there on the sideline. What did you say to him?
I said, really good players do it 2 games in a row. No, no, I didn't say that. No, I said I'm proud of him. You know, I mean, how can you not be proud of him? I mean, we made a decision a couple games ago to shift things up, and you don't know how guys are going to respond. His response has been exactly what you would want.
How hard is it for a guy to, you know, average 11 minutes a game and then get relied upon for what he's been relied upon to do in the biggest games of the year and to really turn it on?
Yeah, you know, I mean, that may be a better question for him. But again, you know, when Matt's on the court, you know he's going to fight for the name on the front of the jersey. And that's all we're asking for this past week.
Obviously, you got a lot of guys who can score and score from different places on the court, but Caton showed off his versatility tonight again. And how important is it to have a guy on the team that can score from everywhere?
Yeah, I think it's really important. I thought Caton had one of his best games in a while. I thought he had a really good floor game. Obviously, he's a guy who can score. Obviously, had a couple post-ups when they had their 3 small guards where we tried to get him in the post, and he was able to capitalize on that. But I also thought he had a really good floor game. You know, against St. John's, you know, their defense is unconventional. I mean, they really are as aggressive a team probably in the country for steals and on every possession, and not just when they're trying to come back. And to have a guy like Caton who you can have inbound the ball or have the ball inbounded to is a nice thing to have.
Obviously, it didn't go great when you guys played St. John's in New York. Were you impressed with the team's ability to really lock it in tonight?
Yeah, I was. I think our guys understood that, you know, we're in a position where every game we play is important, and our guys responded to that. Obviously, we didn't play our best against St. John's in New York, but I got to be quite frank with you, St. John's at home is a really good team. You know, like don't look at their record, because when they're in the Garden, look at the games they played there. I mean, they're talented. I mean, those 2 little jitterbug guards are real good, and Ahmed is, you know, he's played extraordinarily well against us in the 2 games this year.
When the ball is moving, you guys are nearly impossible to defend, considering the guys you can spread the floor with. But what's different about games like tonight where you have 22 assists and other nights where the ball isn't moving?
Didn't you just answer your question?
Why does that happen?
Well, because I think at times guys try to do it on their own. And we have guys who can score. And sometimes they don't trust the offense as much as they should. And, I mean, it's been shown that when we move the ball, we're really good offensively. At times when the ball sticks, and it's not one guy, but the ball starts sticking, or teams turn up their level of intensity on defense. At times, especially when we've struggled, we try to do it on our own, and that's a very poor formula.
Yeah, obviously a lot to be made about the way that Sam shot the ball, but with 8 rebounds and 4 steals, you know, how much did he, you know, really make an impact on the game as a whole, and how impressed were you by that?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see Sam hit a shot, obviously, but Sam is not a player who's defined by his shooting, and that's what I love about him. I mean, he's a guy who makes winning plays, even some that don't show up on the stat sheet. He's a winner. You know, he's been a really good rebounder for us, and a lot of his rebounding is not being adverse to physicality and then just wanting to go get the ball because it's important to get it. He makes good decisions. He usually, although he had 3 turnovers today, usually, you know, is a a low-risk player, and he's a great teammate.
Matt made a point to say that he's been doing what he thinks he needs to do all year and has just been working at it, and it's been steady. For you, seeing what he did tonight and seeing how much he's improved, is there a point during this year where you felt like it started to click for him, where he started to get it and the confidence started to turn on?
Well, I think, everybody says, you give a kid confidence, you don't give a kid. I mean, I think the way he played in our last game gave him a lot of confidence. And that carried over to tonight, He works at it. I mean, he's a guy, whoever Matt Helt's supposed to be, he's going to end up being that guy. And that's because he works at it, he cares, he listens, he's really coachable. And he doesn't get into mental battles with himself that take away from the battle that you have to play on the floor. And so, he's really good, and we need him to continue to be really good.
How do you think Juwan handled, the benching or sitting down or not playing on Saturday, and how do you think he handled coming back into it tonight?
I thought he was good. And that's what he better be. Like this time of year, we can't. He handled it good.